Good evening, YouTube friends. The Utopian here. I have a very important video. This is a video response to Smoky Joe, Tennessee's Pet Peeve contest. And I really want those pipes. And I think I have a good chance. He wanted us to talk about our pet peeves. Well, I'm going to make this an educational video. A very important educational video. And you'll see what I mean in a minute. In fact, this video is so important that I have two pipes. Two loaded and ready to go, just in case. Just in case. Got the first one loaded with, pardon me, black gold from Milan. The next one loaded with doctor's orders from Milan. Good stuff, Maynard. Anyway, just wanted to talk about one of my pet peeves. Actually, two or three of them, but they're all interlaced. They're all just connected together like that. You'll see what I mean. First pet peeve. You're sitting in traffic at a traffic light, at a red light. You're way back in the pack. And you're sitting there, waiting for the light, watching for it to turn green. Finally, the light turns green. And everybody in line can see that light has turned green, except for the first guy in line. You ever notice that? People are honking at him, and he's looking around. Oh, gee, must be my birthday. Hey, somebody must know me. Hi, how are you? And when he finally notices that the light has turned green, he does one of two things. He takes off, either dumps the clutch and has to start again and go through another red light cycle, or maybe he makes it through, maybe one or two other people follow him. But the rest of us, 20 cars back, we could see the light turn green, and we're sitting there for another light cycle. Well, this is where the educational part comes in. I have done my own research, and I have figured out why that first person doesn't go. It's because of the conspiracy people. Yes, you got that right. You heard me right. The conspiracy people. The conspirators. They have rigged up, in all the nation's traffic lights, a brain ray that zaps the common sense out of the first person in line. Doesn't affect anybody else in line, just the first person in line, and blocks the whole show. You don't think so? Mm-hmm. It's a conspiracy. Out to get me. Out to get us. I'm sure you've experienced it too. The way I first came up with this theory about the conspiracy people, I was driving along one day, minding my own business, pulled up to a cross street and stopped at a stop sign. Not a light, but a stop sign. And this was a street that was very seldom used. Nobody went by there. There were mushrooms growing in the middle of the street, and weeds growing up, and I think there was dust from 1953 on this road, just because nobody had been by there any time recently. Until I pulled up to the stop sign. And then there's a parade. It's the conspirators. The conspiracy people. They were waiting for me. And I got to give them this. They're good drivers. They just space themselves out, going this way, going that way, and going the other way. just to where I couldn't get on the street. Most deserted road in the county until I came up and tried to get on it. It's a conspiracy, folks. These conspiracy people have went into all kinds of things. I mean, it's not just traffic. Let me light my pipe here. I get so worked up just thinking about it. But these conspirators are against us all. And I don't mean conspirators that think JFK was shot with a ray gun from a UFO or something like that. I mean everyday looking people, but they belong to the conspiracy guild. And they come out when I need to do things the most. And as I said, they've branched out into other things besides traffic. For example, conspirators work in bakeries and in meat packing plants. How do I know that, you say? Next 4th of July, when you're going to have a cookout, and you've got a bunch of hot dogs on the grill there, what did you have to do? You had to buy the hot dogs, you had to buy the buns. The hot dogs, you buy a pack of hot dogs. There's 10 hot dogs in the pack. Buy a pack of buns. Only 8 buns. You tell me that's not a conspiracy. They're out to get us. Think about it. I did the math. You have to buy enough hot dogs and enough buns to make them come out even. That's just the way it is. It's a law. So you have to buy 4 packs of hot dogs, and it gives you 40 hot dogs, and you have to buy 5 packs of buns, and gives you 40 buns. Well, okay, that's possible. But then what if you've only got 3 or 4 people at your cookout? You gotta hire 24 people to come in and eat up the rest of the hot dogs. It's a conspiracy, pure and simple. That's what it is. That's my pet peeve about the conspiracy people. They're out to get us. And the conspiracy people, they're all over. They're even in the banking industry. You don't think so? Tell you what. Everybody, it's happened to everybody. Once in a while you bounce a check. Your funds are a little low right when the check comes in. You wish that check wouldn't have cleared till the next day and I would have had my paycheck in and everything would have been fine. But the check bounces. So what does the bank do? They charge you more of what they already know that you don't have. That's a conspiracy, pure and simple. That's what it is. And that's my pet peeve. The conspiracy people are out to get us. The conspiracy guild. And they're clever about their disguises. They just look like anybody else. I don't know what to do about it, really. But, there's other things too, like Christmas decorations. You go into the store. Now, it's not even Halloween yet. Tomorrow, Halloween is Halloween. But they've had Christmas decorations up for weeks. It's a conspiracy. And what's going to happen at Christmas? You're going to go in the day before Christmas, And they're going to have Valentine's Day decorations up already. They're just out to get us. And poor Thanksgiving, they don't even bother about that anymore because it doesn't make them any money. And that's the conspiracy people working against us. I just don't know what to do about it. Just don't know what to do about it. I can't even. You see this? See this pipe cleaner? See how it's bent? I went, put it in the pipe, and it bent. Just like that. What do you want to bet that the day this pipe cleaner was made, there was a conspirator on the assembly line? Slipped a bogus bent pipe cleaner in the pack. Uh-huh. You betcha. That's the way it is, folks. I don't know. I just don't know what to do about it. It goes on and on. I mean, getting back to the driving, people won't let you get over it when you want to change lane. You ever tried to change a lane and notice you put on your turn signal and there's somebody right up against you? Okay, well, you'll let them go ahead. So you slow down a little bit, and instead of them getting around you, what do? They slow down too. So you speed up a little bit, get ahead of them. What do? They speed up too. That's a conspirator. Oh, that's a conspirator. The only thing I can figure out about getting rid of conspirators, at least the ones on the road, and I'm reluctant to do it because it's a little extreme, but one of these days I just might mount a machine gun and a snowplow on the front of my rig so I could shoot these idiots down and just shove them out of the way. Anyway, it just goes on and on. Just goes on and on. And I know that you guys have a lot of experiences out there that just get you, and pet peeves and that. It's all because of the conspirators. The conspiracy people. That's what it is. I don't know how we're going to overcome it. I really, truly don't. But we got to keep trying. We got to keep trying. I don't know. This pipe isn't staying lit. I didn't lock my door last night. Maybe a conspirator snuck into my house and got this tobacco and moistened it. That's what happened. Yeah, that's what happened. I didn't even think about that till just now. Huh. Terrible what we have to put up with, isn't it? Anyway, that's my pet peeve. The conspiracy people. They're out to get us. They're out to get us all. Just do the best you can out there, folks. Really. Just do the best you can. And if you are ever recruited to become a conspirator, run! Run for the hills! Don't get caught up in that. Don't be a conspirator. Oh, friends, no. Anyway, I'm going to cut this short and let you go. And just remember, keep your chin up. And anytime you can root out the conspiracy people, go ahead and do it. Just fight against it, rise against it. All these conspirators and conspiracy people. It's the Conspiracy Guild International that runs it, I think. Yep. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm going to let you go. And Smoky Joe, that's my pet peeve, the conspiracy people. And so here's my entry for your contest, and you can just go ahead and wrap up those pipes and send them to me. I'll send you my address as soon as I can. This is the Utopian, and I'll see you down the road.